Hello and welcome to the ApeCast. I'm your host, AJ. Alright, so lately we've been hearing a lot about satire on YouTube, whether it be Leafy is Here, Filthy Frank, or H3H3. We're hearing lots about people getting so butthurt over these people. And I mean, if people were fine with it in the Renaissance with Shakespeare, I'm pretty sure we can be fine with it now. Now, I can get it if you get mad at trolls and stuff who get really into discussions about racism and that kind of stuff. But you could say maybe half of them, well, we can't really ever find a percent, but half of them could call it satirical, but half of them could actually be legit about it. But a lot of these YouTube channels these YouTube channels create a personality for themselves. They create personalities and they grow on them. The fans grow on them and they like them. But a lot of people who are new to YouTube don't really understand these people. So just to get out there, these guys aren't being legit. These guys are creating personalities for themselves, for their audience, for fun. Someone like Filthy Frank, who he doesn't really act like that in real life, of course. If he did, he would probably be arrested. But if you go to the channel called The Needle Drop, you can find an interview with Filthy Frank where he shows them his true self and his true views on these topics. He's actually sounds like quite a nice guy. But on his YouTube channel, he acts like the opposite of a normal person. He acts insane, he reacts to everything oddly, and he's just chaotic. He's the opposite of the normal Joe. Someone like Leafy is Here, who causes drama on YouTube. Well, people say that it's drama, but anyway, who causes a lot of mayhem on YouTube. It's all satirical as well. He creates these YouTube solely for comedy. And people should know that. Now, another topic today is Apple versus Microsoft. Now, a lot of you might not consider it that much, but lots of people get pretty butthurt over it on the internet. Now, I'd like to settle this dispute. Apple versus Microsoft has been something that has been going on since the 80s. Apple or Microsoft. Now, back in the 80s, Apple got their software from Microsoft. Simple enough. Same thing, it's just the insides of the computer. But nowadays, they're a lot different, from the software to what's inside of the computer. Now, Apple, you could say, is used for more simple-minded people. Now, don't get angry at me yet, and don't start saying kill yourself in the comment. Apple is used for more simple uses. It's used for business and lots of that kind of stuff. But Microsoft is used for more heavy-duty things, like heavy video editing, heavy movie editing in general, and heavy audio editing. Apple can be used for that, but you could say that it doesn't run as well. Now, lots of people get really, really mad because of this. They have fist fights, actually, and they get really, really angry at each other on the internet. It's something that reaches the tops of YouTube, like PewDiePie, Leafy is Here, and lots of others. But it's really simple. They're two totally different companies, and you should treat them as totally different things. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Apple versus Microsoft. I'd like to hear yours in the comments. Now, on to another topic. A lot of people dream of being famous. A lot of people dream of being a celebrity, having fame and fortune, just like the people up in Hollywood. Now, lots of you may not realize the consequences of being famous. Your invasion of privacy and your lack of a normal life. Your children would be hunted down at school by children wanting to see your parents, or you just being approached by a horde of people in the middle of the street. And don't get me started on paparazzi following you around all the time. On the note of paparazzi, recently, Kate Moss, there was a Kate Moss video that sparked a paparazzi crackdown. The celebrity Kate Moss had her car interfered with. Paparazzi went in before she went into the car and interfered with her engine. They were charged with $5,000 for breaking traffic laws. Her daughter and her had footage of her taken by the paparazzi. Isn't that a little bit of an invasion of privacy? Now in LA, there's a crackdown on all paparazzi. That's a little too much if they're going to have to pay a fine for their job. That's weird. Also, paparazzi have gone too far with other things. Kate Middleton recently went to her relative's house. She was sunbathing in the courtyard while a paparazzi 2 kilometers away took their long lens camera and took a picture of her. This then went into a magazine. She was in a very vulnerable position. How would she know that the paparazzi was there? Isn't that a little bit scary? Knowing that someone may be watching you, or that a horde of people may come in asking for your autograph? That's a little scary, not something that I would want. In their everyday life, they're hunted down and they're stalked by these paparazzi. I don't know what these paparazzi are thinking, but how would they feel if someone did that to them? But viewers, when does this go too far? Recently, paparazzo Chris Guerra was hit by a car and killed as he was in pursuit of Justin Bieber. Isn't that a little too much? Isn't that risking your life to get pictures for a magazine that teen girls will read? That's a little too much. These women and men behind the cameras, they shout and have been extremely overly aggressive in recent years. This is too much, and I think it should stop. The relationship between paparazzi and celebrities is complicated. Celebrities tell you how awful these people are, yet they like them once in a while. They pay attention to them and want them to take pictures of them. It's weird if you think about it. One day they're complaining, and the next day they're shining in the spotlight. I guess that is what being famous is all about. The last topic I want to talk about, I have a strong opinion about. Now, it's not something bad like a lot of people talk about. It's not something that you guys are probably going to have a strong opinion about. But I just have a very strong opinion about it. I have a younger cousin, and he's 6 years old. So that means he was born in 2010. He will never know going over to his friend's house and playing on an Xbox. He'll never know going over to his friend's house and playing on a Wii or an N64. And that's what worries me. It's just there's a lot of disconnect in children, and they don't really know playing with their friends. You can already see it. When Minecraft came out, people already found out how to play online and how to play on servers, and they talk to their friends, but there's a disconnect between them and their friends. It's not like you're sitting in a chair beside them while you're playing Star Wars Battlefront or even Minecraft on your Xbox, something that came out in 2011 that I had a lot of fun playing when I was a little bit younger. Now, this is a subject that I've thought about a lot, and it's just I have very strong feelings about it since I play lots of video games. And I used to go over to my friend's house all the time, and we would play together. And it's just weird to think about that kids now aren't going to be able to play with their friends when they. It's just going to be all online: Xbox Live, PlayStation Plus, whatever's on the Wii, and just it's just a little weird. So that's something to think about, and I'll let you guys think about that. Leave your thoughts on that in the comments. Have a nice day. Leave a like and subscribe.